A very good afternoon to our viewers there at home, and as we did say, I hope you saw the post. We did post on Bethlehem Sport telling our viewers that we are going to be having a very anticipated interview with BethSec Director Jacques Windt, and he's with us today. And there's a lot of questions that has been going around. He's going to help us answer those questions, understand the purpose of the CCTV cameras. People have seen CCTV cameras around. We've seen the post that was posted by Beth Security with such pictures where people were asking themselves, okay, now we're having cameras around us. What's happening with our cameras? Are we being recorded? Are we being watched? Is there something going on that we don't know? So we thought it's best if we can get Jacques Windt to explain to us what has been happening. Of course, I'm here with Suzanne Sten. You know, saying Sten always remind me of Johan. Sometimes I feel like I'm not having the right surname. Are you good?
Good.
Hi, Jack. Welcome to Bethlehem Sport, and thank you for your time.
No, pleasure.
So where do we start? Firstly, you can just introduce yourself and introduce the BethSec company that we are actually here about, also trying to understand.
So most people will know me from the internet, from BethNet.
Yes,
we
true.
started about 10 years ago with BethNet Internet, and we've rolled out fiber and everything, and that has put us into a position where we have the network available and we can connect cameras to safeguard Bethlehem, to make it safer for the public and everyone involved.
True.
Yeah, that was what was our initial thing with getting Bethlehem safe, is step one. You know,
Yes.
we said it last time in the last interview that people don't want to invest, etc., etc., if the town is not safe. So that's really step one. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Okay, so firstly then, let's talk about the cameras. We've seen them, you even posted. It shows that it's not a secret. I think now, of course, if I had a question of, am I being watched? Then if I see that, okay, this is being posted in public, then it would put me a little bit at ease, but there's still people with more questions. What is the purpose of the cameras that we are having, especially those that we have in the public space now?
So the cameras that we're installing in the public spaces are linked to a SAPS system, a SAPS system. To help the South African police with number plate recognition of stolen vehicles and flagged vehicles that was involved in robberies and stuff like that.
So, slow down a bit. You're saying that if the police are looking for a certain vehicle, they can call BethNet or BethSec to say, okay guys, there is a vehicle that we're looking for, here's the registration number, can you please check for us?
It's all automated. So my system, all the data that's collected is sent to a SAPS command center, so they get the alerts as well if the vehicle is flagged. So let's say, for example, a car is stolen in Bloemfontein and it goes through Bethlehem, I will get the alert, and also the SAPS will get the alert.
So your system is also connected with the police?
Yes, yes.
I didn't even know that.
We have the ability also to flag vehicles. Let's say, for example, the Bethlehem police notifies us to say, listen, there was a vehicle stolen in Boston Park, for example. Now, this is the registration number. Quickly check for us, because now it's time sensitive. We can add it to our system to say that police requested us to add this number plate. It goes out through the national database, and any camera, I'm talking under correction, but I think it's about 30,000 cameras in 8 provinces. So anywhere where that vehicle moves, the other cameras will also flag it, and you'll know where that vehicle is going.
So there's a certain system in the country that has linked cameras all around the provinces.
Yes.
So you're also part of that?
I'm part of that. It's the E2 initiative. It's part of the Businesses Against Crime initiative, which we form part of, and we link into SAPS and we work with them. So it's not that we're a private company monitoring people, looking where they're moving, all of that stuff. We don't collect data.
So you are a security company and you can give this information to the SAPS.
That's correct.
Who is putting up the cameras? You in your own capacity?
Me and my
And
own
how do you monetize? How do you, I almost want to ask, make money? How does the business side of it work?
So the cameras are being sponsored by Bethlehem Security at the moment. It's not something that we're going to make money out of. It's something that we're giving to the community to safeguard everyone in the Bethlehem area. So it's being funded out of my personal businesses, which we're doing. And how we're going to make Bethlehem Security viable is we started a security company which will also install security cameras at your house, alarm systems and stuff like a normal security company.
So basically, the cameras that we are having in the public space are not there to make BethSec money, but are there to make the town safer.
That's my main goal with those cameras.
Okay, that's quite clear. And if you're watching there at home, you're allowed to send some questions because we might not be asking the questions that you need answers for. And this is very important because if people think that or feel like their privacy is being invaded, then we must just come in there, make sure that while we still have Mr. Windt here, he can give us all the answers that we need regarding the cameras. So because we heard that BethSec actually has cameras in their households. That's where you guys monetize. That means you can put cameras at my house.
Yes. So the cameras can double as an alarm system. So alarms is all good and well, and I love alarms. I'm not saying anything about alarms, but you don't have a visual representation of what's going on when an alarm is triggered. So my whole goal with this is to have a security company that's proactive and not reactive. I would rather stop someone who's looking suspicious outside of your house before he gets into your house. If the alarm is triggered, you already crossed that personal space into your personal space of your home or your yard or your business. So with the cameras, we can put up its analytic cameras, AI cameras with perimeter control and all that
So
stuff.
they've got intelligence, they pick up.
They've got intelligence, they pick up suspicious behavior and all that stuff. So that's to be proactive. So the cameras that I want to install at houses is to double as an alarm system. You arm it like an alarm. If the perimeter is breached or something is there, we can see in our ops room, there's actually a person, there's a situation where we need assistance. We'll send out our security guys, armed security guys, and also make contact with the police to go and help you.
Also, you can arm and disarm the cameras.
Yes.
Meaning that if I don't want you to see me, although you have a camera in my house, because sometimes I'll be having a braai and a lot of people that don't want to be seen on camera, so I can just disarm the cameras.
Yes. If you disarm the cameras, it cuts off my connection.
And we're talking about the cameras at the households, by the
At
way.
the households,
Yes.
yeah.
But now, if you go back again to the cameras in the public space now, let's say here I am on stop with a girlfriend in my car in front of a camera, and
Unless you're in a stolen vehicle, I won't know it.
okay.
Yeah.
And I think that that's the main concern.
That's the main
Of the
concern.
public with cameras. All of a sudden you feel so exposed. So how will the public's privacy be protected with this?
So we have NDAs with all our ops room people,
Okay.
and we fall into the regulations of CIRA and this E2 movement. So your privacy is protected. We don't save personal information. It's absolutely just for events of crime where a robbery has taken place. We can use that footage to give to the police to help them or secure a prosecution of the criminal. That's all we're going to use it for.
And that's the company's policy.
Yes.
What happens with your employees? Somebody wants to,
If
tell somebody something.
If any employee is caught using the information that he sees here for personal gain or for any personal reason, there will be legal action against him.
So the employees are not allowed to be stalking people. Even if
No.
I'm dating your employee and now she's like, you know what? Because I saw how far your cameras can zoom.
Yeah.
Now they're like, okay, let me see what's Lucky's doing there.
No.
Probably he's with a girl. Okay, there's a car stop outside his house. Whose car is that?
Yeah.
So I can come to you and say, you know what? I feel like she is being very too much. Because someone will even send you the proof that, you know what? Here's a video. I can see that there's something
There
happening.
will
with
be
your
an
house.
immediate dismissal if that's something like that happens, yes.
That's more securing, I believe. Guys, please send me if you have a question. You can drop it on the comment section so that we can know what you think or what you want to know regarding the cameras that we have in the public. And I've seen they're also actually on the private institutions, although they're in public. And
So we're waiting for the municipality to give us permission to use municipal infrastructure and stuff, which will help us put the cameras in more strategic places. But because we were in a hurry to start showing the public that we're not all talk, we want to do it, I went to some of my clients and asked them, listen, do you mind if I use your buildings, your private buildings, to put up the cameras? So those cameras will stay there, I won't remove them.
okay.
But we are in the process of planning additional cameras at strategic places to make the coverage of our town even better.
So you've applied to also get access to municipal buildings so that you can also put them there.
Yes.
Because I mean, some of the municipal buildings are higher. You can
Yes.
actually see better if you put some of the cameras.
So a nice place will be those robots, the overhanging robots. will be perfect because then you can cover more lanes of the road with fewer cameras. At the moment I'm putting up more cameras because I can only cover 1 or 2 lanes, but there's sometimes 3 lanes. So I must put up more coverage points.
Oh, that's impressive, I must say. It's very impressive. I've never seen, not yet, of course. I think I've heard about them in Joburg, but I've never really paid attention. Or movies, yeah, we hear that they go and check every CCTV cameras around and this and this and this. But I think this is a very good initiative. But I want questions, guys. I want you guys to be happy about the interview when we are done about this. And another important thing now that I also want us to talk about, while we're still waiting for the questions regarding the public cameras, is the security, of course, the safety of Bethlehem. For example, yesterday there was a vehicle that was stolen. I don't know if you saw it. For Toyota Fortuner was stolen yesterday in my street. Yesterday, just up there. Got a call from my ward councillor. Can you quickly come here? We have a serious problem. I go there. The gentleman lost his Toyota Fortuner. They broke the gate, and then I think they pushed the car. They don't really start it. They push it until a certain point where you will not hear it when it starts, because we know our car sometimes you can hear if your car starts, especially if it is in your yard.
Yeah.
So I think they push it a bit further, and then they start doing this. So it was. I mean, I can just imagine if you go out, open your garage, or go where your car is, or usually stops, and you don't find it there.
Yeah, that happens on a daily basis.
And I saw Martin Dries also say that his sister's vehicle about 2 weeks ago, Fortuner, was also almost stolen. It was found in Clarence. It was stolen, but it was found in water in Clarence. I think they were trying to flee with the vehicle, but they stopped there. Now, how do you feel about this? And what's the security between South Africa and Lesotho? Because someone told me that once it skips the border, it's very difficult for you to recover it. What's the problem there?
That's
For
that's politics.
Yeah,
I think it's politics there. Because the city doesn't give the vehicle back, it's a different jurisdiction and all that. So I don't know too much about that, but I think it's more.
And how are you going to protect your cameras?
How am I going to protect my cameras?
Yeah.
We have cameras watching our cameras. With alerts. So if someone comes close by to the cameras, it alerts us, and we can then act accordingly. But something that I want to mention with your vehicle that is stolen, we will start noticing the more and more cameras you get up in town, that will be a discouragement for people.
Definitely.
Bethlehem at the moment is a soft target for criminals. And most serious crimes committed in Bethlehem, I believe, is from outside people. It's not our local people committing serious crimes and stuff. I know there's petty crimes and stuff like that, but the serious crimes, hijackings, robberies, all of that stuff, usually starts from outside. And if the outside guys start realizing, like, listen, there's eyes everywhere in public spaces. If we do something, they're going to catch us. It will discourage them from coming to Bethlehem and trying to commit the crime here. And that's my main goal.
The prevention.
The prevention. I don't want to be on your show or on Facebook where I make an arrest. I want to discourage them. If there's 0 arrests, I'm happy. It means I've done my job. True. Because then Bethlehem is safe. So that's the goal with the cameras. It's a discouragement tool for crime.
It's fantastic. With regards to a civil case, for instance, what's legislation around that? If there's a civil case with your cameras that can help?
So let's say, for example, I drive my car into Lucky and he wants to sue me for his damages. He can't come to me and say, listen, give me the footage. It's, like I said, again, it's privacy. I can't give it to him. The only way Lucky can acquire that information is through a court order where the court says, listen, Job, that instance between this time and this time, you must give us the footage to prove Lucky's case. Then only I can give the information to them. Otherwise than that, it's private. No private person can walk in here and say, listen, I want to see what happened at this person's house.
Fantastic.
They don't have access to that.
Now, in Botlekong, we have a lot of crime. Today, this morning, got a call from one of the pastors calling me and saying, you know what, there's mob justice and I think you should go there before they kill this person. Now, our community is very angry because they're losing their very important items and stuff. Their taps are being stolen, cables, they get into other households and they break in. And that anger, sometimes they take it out of these people.
Yeah.
Then they're going to think after, what I'm doing is not right. Now, here's mob justice happening. And the Bethlehem camera can actually cover that, or that was covered in your camera. Can the police come and say, can you want to see who was involved in this mob justice?
Again, only if they have a court order. Even though it's the police, and it's not linked to the SAP SDE2 system, if it's just the camera monitoring and they want that information, I can still tell them, like, listen, I can't give it to you, I need a court order. I need something on paper that forces me to give you this information. It's there to protect, again, the police, me, and the people's privacy involved in that action.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So there's a lot of paperwork and a lot of legality behind it to protect the people's safety and privacy.
Will it be shared? Will your information be shared with other security companies? Is there a way of the security companies in Bethlehem to take hands to make this, to have a stronger force, presence?
So I'm more than happy to work with all security companies in Bethlehem, especially with the public cameras and stuff. If there's an alert and stuff like that, where we have to get the involvement to help someone, I'm sure all the security companies will take hands.
Yeah.
Put business aside and help the community.
Absolutely, and I think like initially that was your heart.
Yeah.
Before even starting this company.
Definitely.
At some stage we had a conversation where you even wanted to make it available to security companies just to keep the town safe.
Yes. Yeah.
I have a few questions here. Someone said, I have a question, please. Phil Boy says, I have a question, please. How are you guys going to ensure that the CCTV system is working to its optimum performance and that the images recorded and stored are fit for purpose?
So we have guys who's been trained in all the provision and vision cameras that we're using. We have professionals in-house here. And also we have the people we buy from, they give us full support 24/7. So if any camera goes down or we can see the quality is suffering, we can either fix it ourselves, and if it's a problem that needs a bit more expertise that we might not know that well, we can phone them. They have access, remote access, they don't need to drive here, but they can log in remotely into our systems. We give them access to that camera at that stage, they fix it and they log out.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
And then someone is asking again, during load shedding, will they work during load shedding?
They will work during load shedding. We have backup batteries at all our sites. We have solar panels at some of our sites. So yeah, and we're connected to ESCOM through the municipality. Yes.
When are they going to be installed with Flickr?
Bokgakong. So I must wait for the municipality to give me permission. So
You can put one at my house.
I'll put one at your house. I'll put one at your house.
That's why I wanted to ask, where is cameras at the moment? Is it in areas like Bokgakong, Balkenpark, the entire Bethlehem?
So my main focus at the moment, my passion at the moment, is getting our CBD safe again. So most of my cameras is in the business areas, but we plan to expand that into the suburbs, like into Panorama, Eureka, Bokgakong, Balkenpark, and all of those places. We'll identify strategic places where, most likely criminals will follow a certain route, usually. Like in Bokgakong. Give me permission, but it will help a lot if we have local government support. It just makes everything easier.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think my battery here, it's going to really... on the desktop volume. Guys, sorry about that interference there at home. But I think we have tried to answer most of the questions regarding that. And the most important thing that I believe the people wanted to hear was that what's the purpose of the cameras? That's very clear, and it's very clear also that Our privacy is not going to be invented. They're not going to be stalking you. The cameras are there for the safety and security of our town. I think we'll be back again. Also heard from Jack now that they've been waiting for permission to put the PTZ cameras in our township in Butlekong. We know there's serious crime in Butlekong, so then I think we'll make some time to sit down with our municipal officials, our mayor and stuff, so that we can also try to get permission from them to say, guys, please, can we put these cameras on those Apollo lights? We call them Apollo lights. Can you put them on those cameras on Apollo lights so that we can be a bit safer? It's not safer. We don't sleep, especially during load shedding, we cannot sleep. But I think we will make time again for such an interview, even if we have more people joining in who can also uh, engage in this, especially about the CBD and the life of the CBD, because that's also something that I wanted to talk about, because the businesses are moving out of the CBD. A lot has been happening in our CBD. So thank you very much for watching this podcast. We'll definitely make sure that we bring you something better next time. Thank you for watching.